All right, let's take a look at your website, Stargazer. And I already opened it up. I haven't really done anything here. I'm just gonna start from scratch and just share my unfiltered thoughts and first first impressions, just so you can see where I might get stuck or anything if I have trouble using anything. So the website is Where Music Meets Imagination. And there's a really thin text that's really hard to see on my screen here. Dive deeper into the world of music, uncover stories behind your favorite songs, share your interpretations, and connect with a vibrant community of music lovers. So, to me, like this first headline, Where Music Meets Imagination, it's kind of vague, and I don't know what this page is about right away, especially with the name being Stargazer, because it's like, it feels like it's an astronomy website almost, and then it's talking about music. And this text is a little hard to read. Just the font weight of it is really too thin. And it says, "Welcome to Stargazer, your ultimate lyric exploration, interpretation, and fan application." Now this makes more sense to me. Like I feel like this should be the headline. Your ultimate lyric exploration and interpretation. I don't know, platform or something. Calling it application feels technical. Yeah, but something like this. This should be like the headline instead of the where music meets imagination, and then maybe make this bolder. Constraint the width of it because it's kind of really wide, hard to follow here. All right, and then we have this thing. It looks like a modal or some kind of pop up almost. My first instinct is to try to close it. Okay, but I almost want to see a different landing page that has a headline here, then some kind of graphic for the interface that's in there once you sign up, right? And then have the bulleted points like under the headline on the left or on the center here below, and maybe like get started right here as a little form that's not outlined and without color, just so it fits into the page. Maybe I can design it real quick or like a rough outline of it for you. This is just my some other components thing. So yeah, I'm imagining something more like standard, and by standard I mean like, kind of a traditional. Is this working here? Oh, it's still loading. Kind of a traditional landing page where you have your content, right? You have your logo here, you have your headline here, might be like larger, and then you might have your subheading. I would just look at like landing page inspirations. Just Google that, you'll find like a bunch of them, right? Subheading, and then you have your little one-liner form here, right? Like a rectangle. I'll do a rectangle for form. Of course, it's gonna have more more text here, and like a button to get started, almost like a field email sign up, right? So that might be your button. Let's make it darker. And then here you might have a preview of. I'll just make a circle. Preview of the platform of some sort, like show some of the interactions that are happening there, and then you can position all these things a little nicely, and then have your bullet points here, the points that you were mentioning earlier, right? The selling benefits, I guess, or whatever they are. Something like this with some text right next to them. Or it could be here, right? It could be like in the single row here. You got some point about platform. And it can be smaller. But yeah, just look into landing page designs and see how they kind of do it. I think that would make more sense. Alright, we got ready to explore. Let's just look at these points here. Fans and artists. Okay, so there's two sides of that, right? So that's kind of like a marketplace. One for artists and the other for fans. And right here we have some actions: publish, explore, and enter. I don't know what enter means. I guess you can log in, publish. Technically there is no login, right? That's why you're calling it enter. Enter, yeah, maybe just keep a traditional kind of wording. Log in, explore. I don't know if explore is necessary here, and publish. Like it feels like you need to sign up first, right? Alright, connect and celebrate. Authentic interactions, say goodbye to superficial likes. Real electric connections, yeah, that's true. Lyrical universe unveiled, dive into expansive world of lyrics. Sounds really cool. Independence, value for value, captive audience. So right away, I really love that this is not like a traditional social client, like a Twitter clone. Like you're doing something more outside of Twitter, kind of social experience, right? But I'm curious what explore means. Like I almost don't want to sign up yet. I'll explore. Loading. Okay, cool. Alright, so you can see on my screen it's really huge, and there's only 3 pieces of content here. And I know this is probably like just getting started demo, but consider just adding a bunch more content here. Just even if you're just showing this to people, to get maybe, I don't know if you're gonna look for funding or whatever, but if you are, just consider populating with more content. Okay. Good. So this is Night and Weekends Build Space American Sports. This looks like almost like James Webb Telescope here. Let's click this one. Alright, I don't have, I guess I could log in. I'm surprised I'm not logged in already. But we've got artists. These are the lyrics, right? Okay, so we've got lyrics. It reminds me of that website that has, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like all lyrics based. And they don't even let you like copy things. Can you copy here? Yeah, oh, that's good. Because I will often want to like copy and paste lyrics. And a lot of websites don't let you do that. Like Google, if you search for lyrics on Google, they don't let you do that. So, okay, we've got the art. I'm assuming this is like album art or track art or something. Build Space. I've never heard of Build Space, but I guess that's the artist, right? And you can zap them. Can you listen to the song here? Maybe not. Maybe that's like copyright issues. Oh, I've seen this. I think Samsky's designed created something like this. This is really cool. Maybe that's what you're using. These buttons don't feel like you can select them. Like I see the amount changing, but the state doesn't really change. I consider like having some kind of state change when you select it, so you can see that's actually selected. Maybe just lessen the color of the border here. So yeah, that's cool. You can do that. My question is like, how do I know this is going to the right person? Like, how do I know this is going to Build Space? How do I know Build Space added this? How do I know you didn't just scrape lyrics of 100,000 tracks or albums or songs and you just uploaded them, and then every time I think I'm zapping this person, it's just going to you, right? I guess it's just you have to trust that in fact it's the artist that added them, right? I don't know. To me, that's a big question, at least in terms of usability. And what is this here? If you could teleport to a world described in this song lyrics, where would you end up? I don't get that. Comment? Let's try just a random comment. Very interesting lyrics. Okay. I don't want to pollute your... And I don't know, like, is this gonna try to post to Noster? Is it gonna try to sign this? Please log in. Okay, yeah. This error state feels almost like too harsh because they haven't really done anything. I would maybe just pop up something else that says, create an account or sign up to comment. Something more gentle in terms of notice when they press this. Because right now it just feels like the user has made a mistake, It's like a huge red thing that please log in. Right? But they haven't done anything wrong. They're just doing what you're asking them to do because you have a comment button here. So yeah, consider just a gentle kind of reminder, just sign in to leave a comment or something. What is another prompt? I don't understand. Can I delete this? Oh, okay, you have to delete it to get the prompt. So maybe to consider that, like you can't really do anything. Is it worth it? Maybe disable this button when they start typing or something. Because I can't, right? This is cool. So I think what you're doing here is you're encouraging some creative comments. It's something that's not super boring, kind of like what I was just trying to do. Like these are interesting lyrics. You're actually trying to spark conversations and prompt them with some interesting questions, right? So this is cool. If you were an alien hearing the song for the first time, what would you think the lyrics mean? I like that. I really like that idea. I just want to see something done about this kind of function here, right? You can't get another prompt. Or maybe you just even not show the prompt within here. Just move the prompt out into a question, like a label over the field here, perhaps. And then you can update it as many times as you want, even if you start typing, right? So that's like kind of my comment there. All right, let's try to, I guess, let's see what happens if I publish without logging in. I don't want to pollute your website with like fake information. But here, like, this is kind of brings back to my original point that there's no way to verify that you're the artist. Um, you can't really pull lyrics automatically from like a song or something that you wrote. Like, I don't know, anybody could upload lyrics here. And then who are you zapping? I guess you're zapping anybody in that case. Anybody who shared those lyrics, right? And what happens if the popular artists find out that some random person has uploaded lyrics to all their songs and they're getting zapped, but they're not getting any of that revenue, right? So maybe, I don't know, what happens if if the zap goes to like some kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say like centralized wallet, then you're in control of that. Like, that's a rug pull potential situation, even if you don't intend for it. Like, it could be a theft or whatever, right? Hacking. All right, so that's my point there. Let's go ahead and enter. Login. It's best to log in with an extension like Albi. So the current best practice that we've kind of starting to settle on from nosterdesign.org. If you go to Noster Design, this is my local hosting. But when you go to, I think, how to and onboarding, you'll see that the current best practice for logging in is, maybe that's not how to. Where is it under? I need to organize this better. Reference design. I could have sworn it was onboarding. Oh, sign up screens right here. Yeah, so the current best practice is to say login with extension, and there you can list the extensions if you want to, or like I guess we would probably need like a central repository where we can just show the extensions. But technically, we only have like two major ones or three. We have Albi, we have Mutiny, we have NOS 2x. So I would kind of say this instead of login with. Let's see, what do you say here? Now yours just says login, but you are promoting Albi right away. You're not giving them the option of other extensions. And I think the base principle of Noster is just to optionality, give people options to choose what they want to do. Maybe just list login with extension, or sign up with extension, and then list 3 popular ones, or those that we have. Okay, if you don't have time now, log in anyway. Okay, that seems to be also prompted to the extension. I think you need like a generate account here, right? I don't see a generate account anywhere. So it's like, is this only for existing users? You're not generating MPOBs and accounts for them? So that's a question I have. Let me pause real quick and I'll sign into Albi, just make sure I don't dox anything, and I'll go through the process. But yeah, I'll consider adding like sign up and log in with extension as options. Alright, so I've logged in with Albi, and let's try to just go ahead and just to explore the back end of it. Oh, now it says please create an account. So I feel like this should be on the same form as here. Like, you need to have this create account here and log in on the same screen. Otherwise, people are just going to get confused. It feels like you're trying to do the right thing here, and you're getting, even if you try to sign in with Albi here, like, why is this asking me to create an account, right? It should probably automatically create something for me. Just generate a name. When you do that, just either populate my name, right? I already have a name if I'm logging in. I already have a name or a name set up. I already have a profile picture. It's all part of Noster. So I think you need to be able to fetch all that stuff and just log people in and set up an account for them that way, right? But if they don't have that information, just have the create account. We'll just do Carnage Tester. I'm not going to add an image. I think that's also a high friction step. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe some people... And what do you have to do? Skip the image? Please tell me that's not what you're actually asking me here to do. Yeah, like, there's just too many errors popping up for, typical sign up. I would not require this field, make that optional. Okay, and now you can see that it's created my account. It says profile, Carnage Tester. And again, you're saying add Albi to enable zaps. You're not really giving people optionality. I think it needs to have that extension option here. Alright, so we've got your account information. Well, it's good that you blur the key, the NSEC, but you're actually just revealing it just by hovering it. And I think that's a decent step, but I think I would go a step further and just add a button to reveal instead of like reveal and then copy, because you don't want people to accidentally like show this if they're in public setting. You know, people got phones. If not that that's probably not gonna happen, but you never know, right? You don't want to expose keys just on hover. Out to add an actual button to reveal them. And public key makes sense. Like your username, people can find you with that. That's good. It's like a password. Yeah, I like that you're equating it to passwords here. Might also want to say something in regards to how you cannot reset your account, like your password. Like once the key is lost or exposed, then anybody can basically have access to it forever. There's no reset. I think that's important, and we don't say that in enough clients right now. All right. Yeah, I think that's as far as I can go. I don't know what else to do here. It feels like I'm supposed to have a button here to progress, but I don't. So I guess this is a step, right? So maybe consider even combining these steps together. Like, so here's the flow centered, and here's your key, and maybe like next step could be labeled, right? So like, again, not get all the way, but connect an extension, and it could be below this here, like connect your extension, or sign in with extension or something, or connect a wallet. I don't know how that's gonna be phrased. Play around with that, and then have this information below and click connect, right? Again, I would de-albify everything. So I think that's as far as I'll go. Publish, I think that works. I've already talked a little bit about this, and I've talked a little about explore. Style wise, I feel like this needs work. I mean, I don't have too much comments. I mean, you know, style is kind of subjective to each individual, and it depends what your audience is, what kind of look you're going for. If you're going for something playful, so this is, to me, feels playful. It doesn't feel as kind of corporate boring. But style-wise, like here, I would consider adding like black overlays, and maybe on the bottom here. I don't know why they're at the top. Like here, like a black overlay and white text. You want to usually have good contrast, and white text on the black overlay will look better. Besides, it would just blend in easier. Here, I'll just show you real quick. Right, and we'll do like content. Let's do unsplash. We'll just add a quick image here. I'll just show you what I mean. If it runs, it's running. It's just slow. This is awkward. All right, here goes. Let's try just, I don't know, art. Let's add that. And then you got your kind of like your rectangle overlay, right? And you can give it a gradient of just black and then less black, right? And you're gonna actually flip it around, so it fades in nicely, and you can play around with how far you want to take it. And then you can add your text, for example, track title, and it can be white and like semi-bold, whatever. Right. I think it just improves visibility. It makes it look a little bit more professional and all that sort of thing. Yeah, check out the guide, nosterdesign.org. I'm adding a lot of these kind of tips here so you can design good looking clients. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll also add the answers to your questions to that guide as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps you. Kind of quick summary, I guess. TLDR is populate more content. Consider restructuring your sign up process. Kind of de-albify everything. Get rid of all being put like extensions and add extension options. Consider a traditional landing page with something more that's not kind of split like this, even though I understand why you're doing this here. I think it can be structured better on a more traditional landing page. Use this as your title. Make this more easily readable. It's a little hard to read with thin text. And then all those points I made about sign up and the kind of the errors that come up when you try to do a typical thing. Bring everything into one screen in terms of sign up. And when you click on like try to do something when you're not logged in, just say like create an account to do this action, right? So yeah, hopefully that helps, and I'll stop it here. And if you have any questions, just let me know.